low income. We keep our pots and pans in the oven. We're low income. We use the top of our fridge as a shelf for extra storage. We're low income. We don't have a pantry, so we use the cabinets. We're low income. Pretty much all of our decor is thrifted or secondhand. We're low income. Our pots and pans were a gift. They look like this and we've had them for years. We're low income. None of our towels match because they were hand-me-downs from our family. We're low income. Spending any amount of money makes us anxious. We're low income. We live a minimal life, but we have all we need and we have each other, and that's all that matters.
Welcome to I Let It Play. Here is today's interesting topic. Let's start the show.
What I do is I live way below my means. That's the number one rule. Live below your means. Stop trying to impress Sam, Sarah, and Suzanne. If you do that, you'll be in a position to win. Put a little to the side every month, every week, every day, whatever you suggest for yourself, and start stacking. Once you stack that, invest in yourself. Money in the bank sitting is a waste. Always invest in yourself. Take the chance on yourself. Bet on yourself. You can't lose.
Welcome to another day of living below my means. This one's gonna hurt the coffee lovers a little bit, but the cheapest things I do is take the coffee packets from the hotels as pictured and drink them, sometimes for my morning coffee. Save some money. Then I went for a walk and I need new running shoes bad. If you guys have any recommendations, let me know. Then I did some work, errands, and made lunch. We meal prep everything, and rice and beans are a staple in this house, but it is always delicious.
We lived on $43,000 a year while we were making $120,000, and here's why we did it.
The biggest reason is we had a huge why. So whatever that why is for you, it has to pull you like a tractor beam. Like it has to really bring it to you. And the way that we did that was by preventing lifestyle creep.
Yes, lifestyle creep is what's keeping most people broke. Whenever we started making more, we didn't change anything. We didn't move to a bigger house. We didn't buy a nicer car. We didn't go shopping at other stores. We made sure that we were living well below our means so that we could invest in our future.
So delayed gratification is part of that secret. Being able to do something and choosing not to because you're trying to set up your future.
Yes, absolutely. So follow us for more advice.
Here are 3 money habits you might want to change right now if your goal is to live below your means but not beneath your joy. Number 1, stop needing to look like you have it. Looking rich and being rich are 2 very different things. The goal is stability, not just aesthetics. Number 2, make your money move before your mood does. Set up your savings and bills before the weekend hit. Don't let your vibe spin what your goals need. And number 3 has got to be my favorite out of all 3 of these. Start saying no without a financial explanation. You don't owe anybody an explanation for protecting your money and your peace, so no is the complete sentence.
I absolutely hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it is very true what they say, that the work and the sacrifices you make now are going to pay off in the long run. 10 years ago, I was $130,000 in debt. I had no clue about finance and the impression that everyone was in debt and that it's just a part of life. I knew that I wanted more than that. My first year out of college, I moved back in with my parents and I paid off $30,000 of my student loans. I would say over half of my income was going towards it. Just by doing that, it established just the good habits of off debt, saving, and teaching myself about personal finance. And then when it came time for us to buy a house, we ended up going with a 1-bedroom, 800 square foot house. It's in an amazing location, still live in it today, still have not renovated this bathroom, but because we were living in such a small house, our mortgage was ridiculously small. Because the house was small, you know, less furniture, less maintenance, less cleaning, all that stuff. Less money spending on our living expenses meant we were able to save and invest a lot of money. And I swear just that one simple decision has made our life now in our 30s so much more easier. By choosing to stay in this house and add on, we're still keeping our mortgage low and we have been able to cash flow all of the renovations. Was it easy? Nope. Super hard, super frustrating at times, lots of mental breakdowns, I promise. Decisions that we made early on seriously paid off in life-changing ways for us.
Yeah, y'all, I seen some posts talking about the profit loss margins for this year that's projected. They bad. A bit of advice that I give everybody. My uncle used to give me a scenario. He used to say, you put yourself in a position to get a lot of money, but when you get the money, you live below your means. And that space between what you're spending out and the money that's coming in, my uncle used to call that the fat in the middle.
these 10 things immediately. Number 10, subscription boxes you forgot you had. Number 9, a gym membership you haven't used in months. Number 8, eating out more than twice a week. Number 7, brand new cars with over $600 payments. Number 6, credit cards you can't pay off monthly. Number 5, friends who only want to do expensive things. Number 4, shopping as therapy or entertainment. Number 3, keeping.
There are really people that drive nice cars, have nice things, designer clothes, but they have no savings, or they like live in a shitty apartment and have no savings. You need to reorder your priorities. If you do that, you will never be wealthy. One of the most important parts of being financially stable and building wealth is living below your means. Live below your means.
If you want to live below your means and save money, here are a few things to get rid of.
She is not lying. A couple of years ago, I was making a little over $140,000 working multiple full-time jobs from home. Decided that I wanted to get rid of my 2013 Hyundai Accent and get a 2022 in 2022. I got a brand new, fully loaded Kia Sportage SUV. And my car payment was about $700. I think it was like $681. But then, of course, I had to have full coverage insurance, which was about $200 more. And then I got all the full service packages and things like that. When I tell you, it ended up being about $900, which was eating up a huge portion of that income. And then I got laid off. So I no longer had this high income to be able to support this super high car payment. Now, my income is a little lower than that. I probably make about $120, but I drive a paid off 2012 little Beta car that I got off of Facebook Marketplace. I've had it for 8 months and I've saved thousands of dollars by not having a car payment.
One of the hardest things about frugal living, in my opinion, at least at first, is getting over all of these little conveniences that you are used to. So I just finished laying out on my kitchen island all the bread and slapping peanut butter on them and jelly on them and putting them in Ziploc bags and freezing them, and how much easier it would have been to just run and buy some Uncrustables and be like, all right, just everybody grab one, here we go, like that's what we're gonna grab. No, that is expensive. Expensive. My music has commercials. I'm not paying, not gonna do it. My Hulu, it's got commercials. Trying to watch a Disney family movie, it's gonna have a commercial because those conveniences are no more. Now, we don't have to do those things anymore, and I think as you work through your financial freedom journey, whatever that looks like for you, you'll get to the end and there will be some things that you're like, oh, I'm bringing that back. Like, I have suffered, I have sacrificed. But a lot of it, you're just like, man, we rely so much on all these little convenient things and they're so expensive. So tell yourself it's just for a season, and then once you get to whatever your financial goal is, then add some of those back. But Lord, we are so dependent on conveniences in America.
One thing my mom taught me that has benefited my marriage so much, and I'm so grateful, is to live below my means. It allows for so much peace and contentment in our home and in our marriage. I am not stressing my husband out about keeping up with the Joneses and about what Mr. Such and Such did for his wife. Not at all. Also, I love to have spending money. Living above your means limits spending money because all your money is going towards the car note and the rent. Speaking of, my mom always taught me the importance of paying mortgage over rent, cash car over a car note. And also, I don't pay the bills, my husband does. So I'm not finna stress him out about trying to keep up with somebody else. And I mean, I feel like also in that is confidence. When you're confident in who you are and what you're capable of, like because she raised me that way, I am extremely confident in my ability to make something out of nothing and to make the most out of anything. That's how I was raised. So I'm not sweating keeping up with nobody. And I know I don't need much to keep up with anybody. But anyway, this is me telling you, if anybody ain't never told you, it is okay to live below your means. Trying to keep up with people is really a setback in disguise. Don't get me wrong, it's a process, especially as young adults, but do not be afraid to save up. Do not be afraid to miss out. Do not be afraid to invest. Make sure you own something. I had to tell you that because I love you, girl.
I'm frugal, and these are some of my favorite frugal things. I have one emotional support water bottle, and I really don't get the point of having multiple. I've had the same 2 jeans for the past several years, a blue pair and a black pair, and I don't stress about keeping up with fast fashion trends. This is all the jewelry I own, most of which was gifted to me, but they're all things that I actually love and enjoy wearing. I stick to a grocery list, so I buy exactly what I need, and no food or money goes to waste. I love my dupe Lululemon bag because I don't need to pay 3 times the price for their logo. I have a refurbished iPhone 14. I'm okay with not having the newest model because getting an upgrade every year is a waste of money.
It's impossible to be frugal with every single thing. So I'm just going to give you a couple examples, and I want to preface it with this is what I call balance. Pajamas, Goodwill. Best perfume ever, not Goodwill. CeraVe lotions with sunscreen. The sample's in my doctor's office. Can I take 10? Thank you. Beef tallow lotion, not cheap, worth it. Coconut body oil, my absolute favorite, Dollar Tree. And I always buy plenty. Multivitamins, they're gonna be the good stuff. Sunglasses, I love Oakley. Favorite robe of all times, the Goodwill. Makeup remover, Kroger. Deodorant, Dollar Tree. Oh, look, another sample from the doctor's office. Everyday toothpaste. Can I please have 5 of these from the dentist? Here's my point. It's called balance. You cannot be frugal in every single area of life. It's impossible. I get my hair trimmed twice a year. I buy everything I can get my hands on. I get it from a secondhand shop. If you're giving out samples, I will take as many as you will allow me to take before you start judging me. But some things, I just want what I want. I want a good smelling perfume. I want a very nice quality perfume where 1 squirt lasts all day. It's okay to spend money on things. You budget for it and you plan for it. Don't make living frugal this overarching, I have to get rid of everything in my house and I can never go anywhere. Do not do that. That is not frugal living. That is not sustainable. Pick what matters to you and budget for it.
The pros and cons of living in a low-income apartment. Number 1, I come outside with my kids and I watch everything my kids do and who around my kids because I don't want them exposed to stuff that I haven't exposed them to and don't want them exposed to. Number 2, watch your kids. You don't know who's a child molester and who's not. Even though you sign the paper say you're not and nobody come in, you don't know who comes over here. Number 3, it's always something. I don't care what you say. I mean, it's always something. Not just with kids, with adults too. Number 4, I mean, it have its ups and downs. It's good because it's low income. So, I mean, pros and cons. Even though you got to follow rules, I mean, that's everywhere you go. It have its go. Number 5, I'm blessed to have a roof over my kids' head because we was living in a 1-bedroom apartment with a house with mold in the walls, and it was just so tiny with 3 kids. So I'm blessed because I prayed for this, and I take it very seriously because I thank God for it every day. It's little, it's cheap, it's mine.
I'm tired of society trying to gaslight me into believing that $100 is not a lot of money. Don't ask me for $100 to go someplace or do something. I do not have $100. I don't have an extra $100. I live paycheck to paycheck. If you want me to do something that's going to cost a lot of money, you have to tell me months in advance so I can make sure that I adjust my budget accordingly to make sure that I am saving up so by the time that event comes, I have the $100. I have to save up to get an extra $100 because I don't just have $100 that I can just spend. If I wasted $100 on something right now, I would be in such a bad place until my next paycheck. Once my paycheck comes in and it goes to rent and bills and groceries, I've got maybe $150 to $200 to last me until my next paycheck in 2 weeks. So no, I don't just have $100 to toss around for something. All right, I can't. And I'm tired of people making me feel like, oh, it's only $100. It's not only $100. It is $100. That's great if that's not a lot of money for you. But
here are some things that I do in a day that sound broke, but they're actually smart. Number 1, when you go out and you're not stocking up on napkins, what are you doing? The napkins are free. It is not stealing. If I'm out getting food, I grab as many napkins as I can. Most of the time, it's billion-dollar companies. They'll be okay if I take about 20 napkins. Number 2, cut your sponges in half. Literally increases the longevity of the sponge that you're using. You don't need that big of a sponge. Cut it in half. Number 3, if you cannot buy reusable bags, just reuse Ziploc bags. I reuse all my Ziploc bags. Like, why are we throwing away perfectly good bags? Number 4, when my soap gets about this much, I add more water to it to increase the longevity of my item. At the end of the day, it's still soap and my dishes are still getting clean. Number 5, this is a weird one. I don't have a microwave. For some reason, my brain thinks that if I have a microwave, I'm going to spend more money on things that need to be microwaved that I don't actually need. I don't need microwave popcorn. I should not be buying that. When I'm out at a restaurant, I order small. I order small because I have no microwave, so there's no point in having leftovers. Listen, don't judge me until you've tried it. What do y'all think? Do you think I'm broke or do you think I'm being frugal? Let me know. Love you guys. Stay free.
Come with me to show you how me and my family live on low income. First things first, don't judge the messy pantry, but all of our shopping is done at Aldi and we keep to a $100 budget. I know a lot of people have a problem with this, but we use the thin toilet paper that is super cheap. Next up, almost all of our books are thrifted or either given to us. I almost never pay full price for a book. I also home make my baby food. It's better ingredients and it's a whole lot cheaper. Next up, this is pretty much all the makeup I have, and most of them are cheap drugstore products. Same with our clothes. Most of our clothes are either thrifted or hand-me-downs from people. Don't mind the messy living room, but almost all of these baby toys and equipment was given to us to a baby shower. I don't think we bought a single one of these. Another thing that we do that keeps it cheap is that we both bought our cars full price out of cash, and they are both relatively old vehicles, nothing new, we don't have any loans. Our TV, the only streaming devices that we pay for are Netflix and Amazon Prime, nothing else. Pretty much our whole living room is from Facebook Marketplace, almost everything. Also, don't mind it, we just moved, so. And lastly, we almost never do any fun shopping or eating out unless we have a gift card. Needless to say, I am so grateful and thankful for the way we live, and we are still so blessed.
Yo, so y'all been seeing them videos of people that's doing shit like, selling a car. I got rid of my $900 car payment car so I could get a cash car, a 2003 Tahoe, and I don't have to pay a car note anymore. I love my 2006 Lexus that I have now because I don't have a car note. I'm moving out of my high-rise apartment downtown and I'm moving into a regular apartment with a white fridge. And like they trying to like make this trend of like downsize and like get some kind of trend, but let's like, no, nigga, a lot of y'all are just going back to where y'all supposed to be at. Just saying. Instead of just saying like, yeah, I was living above my means. I was trying to flex. I was doing shit I wasn't supposed to be doing. Y'all trying to make it like trendy or like this kind of coin a new term for y'all was living above y'all means. Like that's one thing about this economy right now. It's resetting this shit and putting a lot of people back to where they supposed to be. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that to sound elitist. I'm just saying like a lot of folks was out here living way above their means with all that the imaginary money in their pockets from them stimmy checks and all that type of shit. A lot of people was doing shit they ain't had no business doing, living how they wasn't supposed to be living. Yeah, I'm meal prepping. Nigga, you eating leftovers because your ass can't afford the DoorDash and go out to eat every fucking week, every damn day for every damn meal like you was doing. Them credit cards and shit maxed out. You got folks out here trying to like make couponing trendy and shit. Like, bro, that's the type of shit that y'all was supposed to be doing to begin with. A lot of people skip that being broke stage. You know what I'm saying? But this reset of the economy that's happening right now, the struggle, you know what I'm saying, that a lot of us went through in 2008, that recession. So a lot of y'all hitting that right now. Y'all gonna feel it. So some of us already been, we used to buying store brand bag cereal, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. A lot of y'all new motherfuckers, yeah, y'all new here. Cause just this time last year, y'all was literally arguing with folks like myself about going to Cheesecake Factory. Y'all was too good for that. Now y'all over at Applebee's talking about y'all need the 2 for $20. I'm just saying, don't get mad at me. I can pull the footage. Y'all was too good for this regular shit. Now the economy is forcing y'all to do this shit. Come on now, don't make it trendy now. Trying to coin some cute little term for this shit. Like, nah, motherfucker, you was living above your means. Now you gotta go be on a budget and shit. This where a lot of y'all supposed to been. You wasn't supposed to be in that brand new car. Your ass supposed to be up in that cash car. Wasn't supposed to be in that luxury apartment. You supposed to be in that regular apartment with that white fridge and them white appliances. You don't get.
When you start making a lot of money, remember not to spend a lot of money. Otherwise, you won't be able to pay for things like your employees, your bills, or even your expenses. I've always been conditioned to live way below my means. That's why I only live in a £3 million house and drive a 200k car. Even though, of course, realistically, I could afford to live in a £20 million house and I could drive a £1 million car. Always live below your means.